Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We got our 25th animation playmat along with Haru on it, and our Appmon potato helping us out, because today we're looking at the Appmon deck that I built. There are some problems with this deck, which is why this is like a 1.0 version of it, because at the moment there's just some glaring weaknesses, to me at least, that we need to wait for more cards to come out to really beef up the set and get us the cards that I think we really need to get this one really good. Because of that, there's some odd numbers of things in here, which we'll get into as we go through, and I'll let you know what my final thoughts with it. Starting off, we got our eggs, which we got 4 copies of the BT21 Swipemon. Which inherit effect your turn once per turn. When this Digimon gets linked, draw 1 card. Which it's going to be a pretty important thing for the deck to draw, which it's because you draw only when digivolving, not when linking. So if you're doing a lot of linking, you're going to be like running out of some cards. So the fact this one allows you like once per turn, when it's linked, you draw a card, that's going to help you get some of that draw power back. Onto the rookies, and we're going with 4 copies of Mickmon, or MCmon. He is a 3 play cost, 0 digivolution cost, 1000 DP. Digivolve from level 2 with the Appmon trait for a cost of 0. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the Appmon trait and 1 card with the Entertainment or Awakening trait among them to the hand. Return the rest of the bottom of the deck. And then when linked, you will trash any 1 Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon, and it'll get 2000 DP. So, yeah, getting rid of opponents' Digivolution cards, great. Love that. And the search, great, plus 2000 DP. All the rookies give 2000 DP. All of the ultimates, or all the champions, give 3000. All of the ultimates give 4000. The megas don't give any. They can't link each other, so yeah. But MCmon's the first one for this deck. Next, we've got the original, not the recolor, but Musimon, whereas MCmon was the recolor. This is the original. We got 4 copies of him. He is a 3 play cost, 0 digivolution cost, 2000 DP. Digivolve from level 2 with the Appmon trait for a cost of 0. Your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, if you have 1 or fewer tamers, you may play 1 Torahiro from your hand without paying the cost. Link for a cost of 1, and it gives plus 2000 DP, and when attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. And this is why we put 4 copies of this in here, which is for the Mickmon, because we've got a bunch more of the Musimon line than we do any of the other lines. So I kind of went with, all right, well, that one we could possibly get 2 cards off of. Because again, like, we're not going to be drawing so many cards when we're linking, only when we're digivolving. So keeping that in mind, I wanted to make sure that we could get enough cards to continue playing the game. Because if you're not careful, like, running out of cards in your hand is really going to hurt you. The last rookie we got is the promo Tweetmon. I picked up one of the winter ones, and the reason why is because I think between the two, it was something like 40 cents difference at the time that I was looking at them. And I was just like, well, we pulled 3, we only need 1. I'm going to pay the extra 40 cents and get a winner. Because, like, yeah, why not? He is a 3 play cost, 0 digivolution cost, 1000 DP. Digivolve from level 2 with the Appmon trait for a cost of 0. On play, draw 1 card. Link for a cost of 1. When linking, draw 1 card and get plus 2000 DP. Again, like, this is going to be an important one because linking, we get to draw a card. Because normally when you link, you don't get to draw a card. It doesn't count as digivolution. The great thing is that, like, if this is underneath them and then you do this, then you get to draw 1 from here and draw 1 from there. So, yeah. We need to keep the cards flowing into our hands, because if we're linking stuff, we're going to lose that ability. Moving on to the champions, which again, we've got more champions this time around because I had to like mess with the numbers just a little bit. But starting off, we got 2 copies of Soshimon, who is 4 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost from a yellow level 3 or any standard Appmon for a cost of 2, 4,000 DP. Security, at the end of battle, play this card without paying the cost. On player, when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP until their turn ends. Link for a cost of 2. When linking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP until their turn ends, and it gives plus 3,000 when it's linked. I was kind of like, I'm leaning into the yellow area with this deck because I'm just like, I need to overpower stuff because on their own they've got low powers, but linking, you can boost their power with the link and then reduce the opponent's power with some of the yellow abilities. So that was kind of my initial thought with that. Then we've got 4 copies of Mediamon from BT22, who is a 6 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost from either a blue or yellow or any standard Appmon and 6,000 DP. App fusion with Musimon, Rikomon, or MCmon for a cost of 0. On player, when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP for the turn. Your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, you may play 1 level 3 Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your hand without paying the cost. Link for a cost of 2. When attacking, you may play 1 level 3 Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your hand without paying the cost, and it'll give the link plus 3,000 DP. So again, this is another one where it was very important for us to draw cards because we're going to be able to use a lot of cards. Also going back, we've got Musimon and MCmon in the deck, which allows them to fuse into this guy. And Musimon search out entertainment, Micmon search out entertainment, so that'll give us the ability to find him. Which again is why I put 4 copies in there, because now we can find 4 copies of the Musimon, 4 copies of the Mediamon. So that'll help us out there. Our next champion is 4 copies of Dreammon. 4 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost from either Black level 3 or any standard Appmon, 4,000 DP. All turns, once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, your opponent's effects can't return one of your Digimon to the hand or decks until their turn ends. Link for cost of 2. When linking, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon and give the link plus 3,000 DP. So yeah, de-digivolve, really good. Plus 3,000 DP, really good. Just overall, like a good Digimon. Being able to stop something from being sent back, that's all right. Nothing too crazy there. But yeah, it's okay. Then for our final champion, we've got 2 copies of Gossipmon with 4 play costs, 2 Digivolution costs from either a purple level 3 or any standard Appmon, 4,000 DP. Security, at the end of battle, play this card without paying the cost. On play or when Digivolving, you may return 1 Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your trash to the hand. Link for a cost of 2. When linking, you may return 1 Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your trash to the hand. This one, again, really good because of that link ability where we've only got so many of our big boss monster, so being able to get one of them back, super important. Going on to the Ultimates. I say Ultimates, but these are Appmon, but Ultimates, why not? We got 2 copies of Globemon. He's a 9 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost from either a yellow or red level 4 or any super Appmon and 10,000 DP. He can Digivolve, or he can App Fuse from Dogachmon and Taimon for a cost of 0. We don't have them in the deck, so don't worry about that. Security attack +1. On player, when Digivolving, you may link 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from your hand or this Digimon's Digivolution cards to this Digimon without paying the cost. Your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. Link with the Appmon trait for a cost of 3. When linking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon, and it gives plus 4,000 DP, which is a lot. Being able to get 14,000, and then like it links, so you do this once per turn, and if you did link it with itself, it would then get to do this. So you'd be able to take out 2 of their things with as much or less DP as this. 14,000, real good. Then we've got 2 copies of Entomon, which is another entertainment one. So put him in there. He's got an 8 play cost, a 4 Digivolution cost from either black or yellow, or any Super Appmon for a cost of 4. Has 8,000 DP. App fused with Mediamon and Dreammon, which we do have. Alliance, on player when Digivolving, you may link one level 4 or lower Digimon card from your hand or this Digimon's Digivolution cards to this Digimon without paying the cost. Your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, you may play one play cost 4 or lower card with the Appmon trait from your hand without paying the cost. Link for a cost of 3. When linking to one of your opponent's Digimon, give minus 4,000 DP for the turn for each of your Digimon with the Appmon trait. And it gives plus 4,000 DP. Yeah, this one's good. It's not like super good, which is why I only put 2 copies in there. Especially because we're going to take a hard turn when it comes to the Megas from what we've been building up so far. The next Ultimate we've got is Fakemon. We got 4 copies of him because I really like this one. 8 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost from either green or purple level 4, or any Super Appmon for a cost of 4. He has 8,000 DP. App fused from Romon and Effectmon for a cost of 0. They don't exist in this deck, so we don't worry about that. He has Retaliation, which I love. On player, when Digivolving, you may link one level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash or this Digimon's Digivolution cards to this Digimon without paying the cost. All turns, once per turn, when this Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play one of this Digimon's link cards without paying the cost. Link for a cost of 3. When linked, it gives a Scapegoat ability, which is when this Digimon would be deleted other than by your effects. By deleting one of your other Digimon, it isn't deleted. And it gives plus 4,000 DP. So again, 12,000 on this guy if they link each other. And that is one of the reasons why I have 4 of them in there, is because when this Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play one of this Digimon's link cards without paying the cost. So if he is linked to each other, like attack in, retaliation hits, he dies, but another copy of him comes out, and then he can pull a level 4 or lower Appmon out from the trash and link it to himself. So that's really good, just to keep him on the field. And we're not too concerned about the stacks with Appmons because they're not giving any abilities. Stacking things underneath them, it's going to be like that. So he doesn't get any abilities that way. He only gets them when they're actually linked, not digivolved. Then we got our last Ultimate, which is 2 copies of Charismon, who is an 8 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, from either black or purple level 4, or any Super Appmon for a cost of 4. He has 8,000 DP. App fused from Sosamon and Gossipmon, which we do have. Blocker, on player when Digivolving, you may link one level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash or this Digimon's Digivolution cards to this Digimon without paying the cost. Your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, give one of your opponent's Digimon start of your main phase. This Digimon attacks until their turn ends. Link for a cost of 3, and all turns, once per turn, when this Digimon would leave the battle area by trashing one of the Digimon's link cards, it doesn't leave. And it would give 4,000 DP that way. Again, I like this one because there's a lot you can do with it. Like, playing it out, you can add, what's his name? Globemon to him, and then like they could Digivolve into the next level. Or you could put Fakemon on there and give him the Scapegoat ability, like keep him out a little bit longer. There's a lot of stuff you could do, like, so I do really like this one. And going on to our level 6s, we've only got 4 of them this time around. And they are all copies of Gaiamon, because he is just way better than Uranusmon, so he won out. 13 play cost, 5 Digivolution cost from either a red level 5 or any ultimate Appmon for a cost of 5. 13,000 DP. Appfuse with Globemon and Charismon, which we do have, for a cost of 0. Blocker, link +1, add 1 to the Digimon's maximum links. When Digivolving or when attacking, you may link 1 Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your hand or the Digimon's Digivolution cards to one of your Digimon without paying the cost. Your turn, once per turn. When your Digimon gets linked, by unsuspending this Digimon, trash your opponent's top security card. Yeah, you can see why this is so good, which is why there's 4 copies of him in the deck, and like Uranusmon just wasn't anywhere close. Like I think right now on the secondhand market, he's going for like less than $1, Uranusmon. Whereas this guy, he's going for like, I want to say around 20. He can be linked twice, which is great. And when something does get linked once per turn, he gets to unsuspend. He's just got a lot of good stuff going for him, which is why like we started out with like Musimon, and then we just sharp left turn into Gaiamon. On to the Tamers. And we're starting off with 4 copies of Torahiro. And he's a 3 play cost. Start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Your turn, when any of your Digimon get linked, by suspending this Tamer, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn. Then, one of your Digimon may Appfuse into a Digimon card in the hand. Security, play this card without paying the cost. So yeah, getting an extra memory, and then being able to suspend it, like give minus 2,000 DP, and then Appfuse, like that's a lot of good stuff, which is why there's 4 copies. For our last Tamer, we have 2 copies of Haru. For play cost, start of your turn, if you have 2 memory or less, set to 3. Your turn, when your Digimon gets linked, by suspending this Tamer, draw 1, then one of your Digimon may Appfuse into a Digimon card in the hand. Security, play this card without paying the cost. I really wanted to do 4 copies of this, because whenever we link, we could suspend to draw a card, but the memory effect is if you have 2 memory or less, set to 3. That wasn't, like if this was the other way around, if this was like, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory, and the other one was like, if you have 2 memory or less, set to 3, this one would be the overall better card, just like straight up. But because it's got the 2 memory or less, like I can only put it at 2. I couldn't put it at 4. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. Next up, we've got the option cards. And we are starting off with 2 copies of Music of the Heart, which is a 2 play cost. While you have an Appmon trait Digimon or Tamer on the field, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Main, draw 1, then place this card in the battle area. All turns, when any of your Appmon trait Digimon are played, delay, you may link 1 Appmon trait Digimon card from your hand to one of your Digimon without paying the cost. Security, place this card in the battle area. So yeah, the only thing that I really wish about all these like ones is that you could play from the hand or trash. Like I feel like they're trying to like not overdo it, but the fact that it's like only from your hand, it is really putting a strain on your hand. That's why I really liked Charismon, where he goes from like it can go from the trash, yeah, from your Digimon card from your trash, or this Digimon's Digivolution cards. Like that is so good. Like, I really wanted to put 4 of him in the deck, but I ran out of space. Our next option is Genai's House, and this is from the ST21, so the starter deck. It is a 2 play cost. While you have no face-up Genai House security cards, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Security, your turn, all of your level 3 or higher Digimon get plus 3,000 DP. Main, add your bottom security card to the hand. Then place this card face up as your bottom security card. Security effect, you may play one level 3 Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. So yeah, this one, like, it is amazing for this app deck because it is an option card and you can play it. It is, like, it's really good, especially giving all of your Digimon plus 3000 DP on your turn. Like, ooh, very nice. And the final card of the deck is 2 copies of Appmon. It's a 3 play cost. While you have a Digimon or Tamer with the Appmon trait on the field, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Main reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Appmon or App Drive or trait among them to the hand. Trash the rest. Then place this card in the battle area. End of your turn, delay. You may link 1 card from your hand with one of your Digimon without paying the cost. Security, place this card in the battle area. Woof. So yeah, again, I like this one. I wish it was like hand or trash again, but you get what you get. Like, if it was hand or trash, I would have definitely put 4 copies of this in, and I would have probably taken out some of the other Digimon. But yeah, that is the deck. Main problems that I see with it is, first off, like, the option cards. Like, there isn't enough of them right now for us to build a very hardy deck. Like, these 2 we got lucky with because their color requirement is based on if there's one in the security stack. And it's going to the bottom. It's giving them 3000. And it's not like I would have thought that this one would have been like all of your level 3 or higher Digimon with the adventure trait get plus 3000 DP. No. It's just all of them. So because of that, that one makes it in because it's very generic. Like, this one's going to make its way into like a bunch of decks, I feel. But yeah, these other 2, like, they're great, but they're a little underwhelming still. Like, this one allows you to get a Tamer. This one, it allows you to only get an Appmon, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, there's not enough option cards for it, because with the Appmon, they are just all different colors. So like, I was going through this and I'm like, I could put blue or yellow option cards in there, but my main guy is red white, so how does that work? We got the yellow Tamers, we got the red Tamers, like, so if I was going to alter this one, like today, and someone was like, you have to put more option cards in here, like, you cannot, like, if I went to an event and they're like, you need a minimum of 10 option cards in your deck, something like that, something silly, I would have to put in yellow option cards because I have yellow Tamers, I have a lot of yellow Digimon. That'd be what I have to add in. So yeah, that's kind of another downfall again is the boss. Like, we only have 4 copies of Gaiamon. I thought about throwing in 2 copies of Uranusmon. Couldn't justify it. Like, he's not good enough. I would rather give that space to other ones. Plus, with the way that linking works, like, you can link anything to anything. So, in my mind, like, it's not as dead of a draw as it is with regular Digimon, where it's like, oh, I've got a level 5 out, I need that level 6. Well, you could have that level 5 out, and you could be like, well, I pulled another Tweetmon, I'm going to link it and draw a card. So that's why I'm, like, not too worried about the weird, because I think I have 12 rookies, 12 champions, 10 ultimates, and only 4 megas. But because they're a little more malleable, I kind of justified it to myself to be able to do that. And again, the Digivolving, like, we're not getting cards from linking, we're only getting it from Digivolving, so that's another minus to the deck that I think really they need to fix. I would have rather them put out 2 option cards per set that have Appmon rather than the one that we've been getting, because it is just a little too hard to build around. Because I would have liked to put one of the memory boosts in there, but the most I could do is one of those 2 color memory boosts. And that's all right, but nothing too amazing there. But I could keep going on about this. I will show you the back of the sleeves, because I did get the Appmon sleeves. So that's pretty cool. But with that all done, let me know what you guys would like change about it. Like, how would you build an Appmon deck? Like, I'm going to keep revisiting this, like, after probably after we get the next two. And then finally when we get another two after that. And then if we get lucky and we'll get like one more. Because again, we've got Oranusmon and Gaiamon out. Hadesmon and Desmon still need to come out. And then we got the Rebootmon. So we've got two so far. We should get another couple. Like, I'm hoping that there's like 6 we can get, but I think there's only 4. I'm having trouble remembering at the moment. So yeah, we got the 3 protagonists. We got the 1 other guys. And then, yeah, so maybe there might only be 6. Again, I am just blanking, but I think there might be like 5 is what I'm thinking. So after all those come out, I will probably revisit this. But yeah, I definitely would like to see more from it. I got a comment in one of the previous videos talking about Appmon, and I was like, what I would really like to see is I would like to see an Agumon based from the series, because he appeared in 1 episode. And I would very much like to see one that was like a searcher for Appmon as an Agumon, and then a War Greymon that could Digivolve specifically from that Agumon and could link. Like, that would be beautiful, just to have that kind of throwback to the show, because I think that'd be awesome. As always, before we head out, we got to open up a pack, and I picked up some special release memorial packs because I never saw these in the wild. I picked one up secondhand at a store. Like, it had ties growing up inside of it, but I never got the other ones. I got a couple of them, so we can try to get the entire set of them. But there are 4 different ones. We've got A New World, DNA Digivolution, Hearts United, Patamon's Confession, or Ties Growing Up. So that tells you how old this is, because they actually list which ones you could get. Like I said, I've already gotten Ties, but any of them that we can get that we can show off here, that's totally fine with me. I'd be happy with any of them. So if the pack would open, that'd be nice. There we go. And we got Ties Growing Up. All right, these are, none of them are foils, as far as I know, which is why they're probably like somewhat cheap. But it's a 0 play cost. Main, if you have a tie in play, you may place one of your Agumon cards at the bottom of its owner's deck to trigger draw 3 cards. Trash that Digimon's Digivolution cards. What? A security, add this card to your hand. So if you have a tie in play, you may place one of your Agumon cards to the bottom of the owner's deck to trigger draw 3 cards, and then trash that Digimon's Digivolution cards. Oh, okay, I see what it's saying. So if you have an Agumon on the field and it had a Koromon or something underneath it, you could take that Agumon, put it at the bottom of the deck, the Koromon would get trashed, and you get to draw 3 cards. I don't know. Meh. Nothing too crazy. It's probably why, again, these packs were so cheap, but it is cool to see, and I do like seeing the like screenshots from the shows every once in a while. Like, that eye is like super beautiful, which is very detailed. But with that, we've reached the end of another video. As always, if you liked the video, give it a good old thumbs up, hit that like button. If you haven't, please do subscribe. I really do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. The algorithm loves it. We upload videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so be sure to hit the notification icon. And as always, until then, I will see you next time.